everybody, it's Jason Rowland with the Rowland Group at Compass here in Chicago, and today we're talking everything multifamily investment sales here in the city of Chicago. We've got a large user of rentals here in the city. We've also got Michael Banks with Neighborhood Loans to talk about lending on those assets. So come along and join me. All right, so here we are today. We've got Mr. Jack Duncan with CA talking everything multifamily, and we're sitting here in front of 3719 North Seminary in Wrigleyville. Wrigley's just behind us here, and I want to kind of walk through how you acquired this back some time, built to what it is today, and now obviously we're reviewing an exit with a sale. So how's that all look, and how'd that come about?
Absolutely. So in 2018, we've been buying multifamily assets and wanted to focus on development. So we put an assembly together. We had 2 lots here. I approached the sellers on that matter, put them both together, put it under contract, built by right. So we built we took down 2 single-family homes, built a 5-unit, 3-story building by right, 5 parking spaces.
One of the things, obviously, in multifamily space, to achieve good rent numbers, it's all about finishes. So how do you guys approach the finish quality, not only in this asset, but on everything you guys actually intend?
Absolutely. So we start with location. We've always done location first, and then we have a master spec book that we kind of go off of. So we can buy in quantity on the appliances, the floorings, etc. It also helps out with the maintenance, the turnover cost. We like the modern look, but we don't want to have something that's going to be everlasting changing. So you go white cabinets, neutral color palettes, and you find that you can roll with the test of time versus getting into these different color waves that people, last for a year today.
So, and again, one of the things, obviously, this was new construction, so you had a playbook to go into with new construction. On the other, flip the script here and go to purchasing something that needs a light renovation, so something that's value add. That's obviously in the space too. How do you guys take approach on that in terms of finishes?
So I kind of take the very similar approach to the new construction that I do on a value add. I go in and look at it. What was good for people in the 90s, early 2000s, 3-bedroom, 1-bath, everybody wants bed bath parity today. So we go in and we'll take a 3-bedroom, 1-bath, convert it to a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. If you have a duplex down in the 80s, 90s, it was probably a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, but it's space that is gonna have the same footprint as the new construction. So I can get that to a 4-bedroom, 3-bath, 4-bedroom, 4-bath. And that is giving what a lot of the new tenants want today.
That was a great interview with Mr. Jack Duncan at CA, talking about value add and stabilized assets, multifamily business here in Chicago. Now, Mr. Michael Banks from Neighborhood Loans, we're talking all about lending on multifamily assets here in Chicago. All right, so here we are, Mr. Michael Banks, Neighborhood Loans.
Hey, good to see you again. What's going on? How are you?
It's a pleasure, good to see you. So, obviously, we spoke with Jack, talked about all the value add and stabilized assets in terms of multifamily investment here in the city. I think one of the things, obviously, people are going to ask if they're not buying in cash is
the money.
How do they lend on a multifamily asset here in the city, and what's that look like?
Yeah, absolutely. Very, very common question, and we've noticed over the years, ways to kind of build equity and build growth for you and your family and so on is getting multi-units, right? It's one building, you live in it possibly, have other people paying your mortgage. That's kind of the main goal for a lot of those. But as far as the lending part of it, everyone thinks it's like, oh, I'm just gonna get this building and start just cashing checks for rent, and it's not exactly like that. So we try to just make sure to manage expectations for the buyers, make sure the numbers work, make sure the building is something where if anything were to happen to the buyer, financially or whatever might be setbacks, that the building can still kind of survive on its own. So it's again just a lot of different rules that once you know them, you can kind of play within those and make it all work well.
Thanks so much for joining me today. This is Jason Rowland with the Rowland Group at Compass. As a die-hard St. Louis Cardinals fan behind enemy lines here at Wrigley in Chicago, we'll see you next time on ADTV.